Elbows Up, Dirt Productions, episode 39, Willy Rowe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Tommy Cordell.
Behave yourself. I'll call you out right on the air. It's like Arsenio Hall, baby. Feels good to be back in the saddle again. That's what we should have played tonight, Fred. Back in the saddle.
Could have.
I guarantee you. Oh boy. Yeah. You know what it was, Fred? What? It was a holiday this week, wasn't it? What was
Oh,
it?
I guess there was, wasn't it?
It was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, well, I'd take too much stock in that anymore.
Yeah, good old Valentine's. We got a young man here from the junior club tonight. He's watching the show live on set, as long as he behaves. And right now he's texting his girlfriend. He's been on like a 4-day Valentine. So we're going to have to get him squared up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we have all of our great people here tonight on set. We have Fast Freddy Keister as the technical director. And we have Cale Williams as the audiovisual technical director.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, he's got it down pat.
Oh, I know he does. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. No, welcome. It's, what you say, episode 30?
39.
39.
39.
It's 39.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't think it was that high. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Maybe I just keep writing 30 on this paper when I reuse it. No, I don't do that. So, look, hey, you know what? Before we do anything, sponsors, right? Hammer Down Customs. I was out there today. This guy's got trailers out the wazoo. You know what I'm saying? Dustin. Notary services. That's huge. He's really rolling with that. Tax title tags all there. Transfers. He can do it. Okay. You got RWG Fabrication, right? You got Farners Racing Collectibles, okay? And we have a new addition with Bowie Trucking, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
That's right. And he found interest in the Racing to Reunite aspect of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We do have some good things going tonight as far as, we have our first Q2 News team, correct? That's something we added. And our internet has been largely upgraded.
Greatly.
We got like 667 gigawatts rolling in this puppy. You know what I'm saying? The smoke's rolling off the phone, isn't it, Fred?
Yeah, it's working out real good.
Is it? Or it ain't actually burning up, is it?
No.
Okay, good. So, Motorama, Saturday, Sunday, right? Grab the family. Hell, grab the whole family tree and shake her on up to Motorama, okay? They'd love to have you. It's only $32 for one day. I mean, hell, a family might as well finance it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be a good bit for the family.
Oh, I guarantee you. I think they just should have stuck with racetracks. What do you think? But no, it's a business thing. I get it. Whatever. To each their own, right? To each their own.
Probably costs a good bit to put that on.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I mean, they got that high-end beauty pageant going on there. You know what I'm saying? They fly women in from Brazil, okay? That's who competes in this, people. Brazilian women, okay? I'm telling you. Check it out. Anyways, Arch 2023, we got a kickoff revival meeting, right? This ain't a gospel. It's just a kickoff revival, okay? We like that. March 15th, that's the Clear Spring Legion. Let me say that again. Clear Spring Legion,
Yeah,
right?
make sure we get that across a couple times.
In your newsletter here, like, it's in the wire. It's getting there,
It was
buddy.
printed today. It'll go out tomorrow. Look for them probably, I'd say, Monday, Tuesday next week.
Fast Freddy Keister, buddy, laying it down on the newsletter. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so, anyways, March 15th, right? That's our kickoff for the year, okay, as a whole, okay? The Super Bowl results. Who cares?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know who was playing.
Fred, you probably thought the Baltimore Orioles were playing the damn Tennessee Titans.
You know, I just never was a big football watcher.
You should have played football, Fred.
I don't know.
You should have played professional football. Went out there and beat some asses. You know what I'm saying? Man, I tell you. Did I mention we have a special? We have a super special guest tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a two-timer. We're
Well,
gonna
he's
find
been
a two-timer,
twice, and
okay?
and actually backed by popular demand.
He is. This guy has been sought out highly in the area. I'm serious. People's wrote me hard about his lack of TV time on the Christmas special. What do I say? But he's made history because he was on the first ever Christmas special.
That's true.
That's right. Willie, I can't even say the name. I get emotional like that. Anyways, so YouTube channel. We're on YouTube, right? Who never thought that? We're on YouTube. That's amazing. Okay, I know it's for us. It's amazing. You have no idea. I can't thank my team enough there. Kale, he's been hammering that out. You know what I'm saying? Hammering. And all of our videos, promos, it's on YouTube. Subscribe. Go on. It doesn't cost nothing. Boop. Hit the subscribe button. Or like us. Subscribe to our channel, right, Gail?
The channel.
See,
right.
This is why you don't send carpenters to build bridges. Because we have no idea with this audio visual.
Get on YouTube, subscribe to Elbows Up, and then you'll get notifications whenever a new video comes
That's
out.
correct. And YouTube's not to be confused with Pornhub. Okay? So let's just get that straight, people. It's YouTube. Okay? I don't want to have a false impression here. So anyways, now, moving on. I said that because somebody sent me a little teasingly text message this week about that. Okay? And if they're watching, they know who it is. But, ha ha ha, you got us. Anyways, last night's Turn 5, Shay was here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Shay walked down the concrete wall of history there with pictures. I think our guest tonight was totally enjoying taking time to look at all of them.
You have a lot of good pictures up that some people probably never seen.
I know. And our main ace in the hole on that, Kale, he sniffed out some vintage pictures. Okay, we can't wait to put them out there. So, anyways, they're supposed to be bittersweet, but it'll still be interesting. Put it to you that way, right? What am I missing, Fred? Fred, who's signed in? Tell me who's.
Alrighty. Well, so
there 8
far
now?
we have. Let me get one more down here before I forget it, because it's a very important one. We have John Ballingy, Crystal Eckert.
Crystal Eckert and Rick. I told you. Yeah.
Jamie Schindeldecker.
You always say Jamie, and I think you're going to say my ex-wife. I'm like, why would she be watching the show? You know what I'm saying? She must need.
And
some.
Randy Klein's tuned in.
Randy
Apparently
Klein,
he's
brother.
home. He's home and
kicking,
recuperating. We're doing well. That's good. And we have, speaking of Hammer Down, Dustin Slavens is tuned in.
The Slave Meister.
Shay Judy, John Piper, the Russell
The
Smith.
Piper. The Pied Piper.
Yeah, the Russell Smith.
Russell Smith. God, I know that guy.
Earl Rowland.
Big girl.
Terry Geenrich.
Okay.
David Barb. We can't forget
Barb.
David Barb.
I haven't heard of Barb in a
And
while.
Chaz Walls.
Chaz Walls, man, there you go. They like to watch the show, and I'm very happy for that. Thank you. Seriously, that means a lot when you guys tune in. You have no idea. Because we're trying to take this to a whole other atmospheric level. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so that's really stellar. I'm stoked about that. Did you see my mom and dad? Are they logged in?
I haven't seen them yet, but I'm sure they'll be coming along here shortly.
Boy, ain't that a hell of a thing. I remember the times when you went to Little League and your mom and dad was the first one there as you got up the bat. And here I am, I'm logged in. This is hard. And they're not logged in with me. I'm just teasing. They're probably watching the race or something. I bet you we're watching the race in Volusia. So, anyways, okay.
Well,
now let's get
shows you where you rate.
Right, totally. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, okay? And we got this guy they call the Bino Bandit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a true racer, a fabricator. He's witnessed the good, the bad, and ugly in racing. I truly believe that, and that's what makes somebody special like that. I totally agree. Couldn't agree more. How about it, Fred?
Oh,
you're around
yeah.
when you're around the industry that long, you see all aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, probably the best damn race and transmission guy in town doing a rebuild.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
hands down.
Yeah, guaranteed. I mean, man, guy's like Superman of transmissions. You know what I'm saying? A friend to me, and I've actually known this person in quite many years.
Well,
know what
you
I mean?
used to go up there for street stock parts.
Yeah, it's been a long time. That's cool. But he is highly requested. So without further ado, let's welcome the Bino Bandit, Willy Rowe. That don't get you fired up, boy. Will Rowe's coming on set. How you doing, Will? Good. Have a seat. You want something to drink, Willie?
I'm good.
Sure. Yep. Okay. Hell, you probably remember when this was released. The old Ozzy Osbourne days.
Oh, yeah. I heard that a lot further.
Well, I tell you, thinking about, did you hear the crowd?
Huh?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, buddy. This show here, I've been looking forward to.
I'm surprised so many people's in the place here.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Willie, we stash them everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to make do with what you got.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, Willie, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
We had you on in the Christmas special, okay? And you made history.
Yes.
You were on the first and you did one hell of a job, you know?
Yep.
And we appreciate that, you know? And we had several people say, we want Willie. Yeah, some bitches had road signs up holding them, so we want Willie.
I must owe them money.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, Willie.
Probably want to know where I'm at.
They could owe you money,
Oh.
maybe. They want to get with you and pay you from the old days, right?
You never know.
Yeah. Hey, I owed
I
you.
doubt that.
No, yeah, you're right. I owed you $50 for some wheel bearings back in 1988.
Yeah.
You know,
Never see that guy again.
No, I know. So yeah, we're cranking around here, and the crowd's with us, and we got a good following here tuned in, and
Good internet service. We haven't dropped yet.
that's right, Fred. We have not, and knock on wood, but hopefully that don't happen. Okay. So Willie, what's going on here, buddy? Last time we seen you was over the holidays.
Yep. Not much. I mean, it's still. I got plenty of work at the garage and trying to get our car ready and trying to get the motor ready and it's not quite ready. We still got last year's motor. We can run it if the other one don't get done, but
Yeah, I got you.
we're hoping for the better motor to be done.
Sure. Okay. And you know, I think we've known each other a fair amount of years since I was a young teenager.
Right?
You know, and you were in your 80s.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You know what? He's gonna go over here and get me a can of whoop ass here in a second.
No.
Yeah, no, because remember, we already went through this,
That's
Willie.
exactly right.
You are not a fighter, you're a lover.
That's exactly right.
That's right. And that's what makes it special. It's Valentine's Day.
There you go.
Did you do well in that department for Valentine's Day?
No, not this year. My youngest grandson got sick on Monday.
Oh.
So my wife actually went up and spent time at the hospital with him. He was in the hospital for 3 days. So
Oh no.
he's all better now.
Well, he's all good now?
He's all good
Say a
now.
prayer, my brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Good.
saying?
Doing good. Ornery.
Yeah, well, you know he's okay
Yeah,
then.
16 months old. He's ready.
Yeah, oh, I bet, yeah, is he gonna, well, could he be another racer or no?
Could be.
He could be,
You never
right?
know.
You never know.
That's right.
So, yeah, Willie, going back to the days when you were in business, you know what I'm saying? And what was your business called?
Jane W. Racing.
J&W Racing. Okay, so obviously, what should I ask? What the I don't know the
Joyce and Will.
Okay,
My wife and my name.
okay.
Joyce and Will.
I always wondered that, Willie. Now I don't mean to bring out we shut the camera off. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. No. That's always been curious of that. You know how names stick, and you kept it. You know, because it's established business.
Right.
But man, Willie, you've been in a lot of cool looking cars back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I gotta admit, I got some pictures here I'll share with you directly,
Okay.
and they were the standard 98 of the day. You know, the
Okay.
number 98.
Okay.
And but you also ran a 55 too.
Yeah. Well, I started out. It was actually the number came from the car we had. It was a '55 Plymouth
Okay.
Savoy. That's
Okay.
the car I started out with in 1971.
Wow.
We ran that one, I think, 2 years, and we bought some other stuff around, and yeah, that's how it started at 55. That was my number. We got the number 98. I'm going to say in the beginning of the 80s, 98 YCR out of York
Okay.
sponsored me.
Yep. Right.
That's how I got the number 98.
Was you on the radio there?
I don't think I was ever on the radio there. No, I don't
No?
think they did that kind of interviews. It was just rock and roll.
Yeah.
Well, you could have been there though. You could have been the interview rock and roll side.
Back,
could
back
have
in
two
that
turn-
era, that was the radio
Yeah.
station
Oh,
to
yeah.
listen
Yeah,
to.
90,
I mean, it was
YZR.
everywhere.
YCR, yep.
YCR.
YCR out
That's
of York.
impressive. Okay. So do you think at the time of that sponsorship that a little fella named Scrub was in York
Yeah.
jamming out
Yeah.
to 98 YCR?
Yeah, probably when I had that, he was probably really young then.
Well, yeah, I mean, you raced against him.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's honorable there in itself.
Yeah,
you know.
raced a lot of laps with Scrub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I raced against him once, and he crashed me. No, he didn't. He was so fast I couldn't even see him. Goodbye.
I liked when his wife would draw me numbers. She always draw me
God,
number one.
Crystal.
Yeah.
She's lucky, isn't she?
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, well, she's on there, Willie. They're looking right at you, buddy. I guarantee you.
That's why I remembered that story.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. So, anyways, okay, now let's look at chassis. Okay, the 55 is obviously a stock chassis of a everyday car to a certain degree, correct?
The first ones, yeah,
Yes.
I would say probably the first 4 or 5 years was basically a stock frame of some kind. I don't really remember all the ones, but yeah, they were basically all stock. And then after that, we started changing stuff around a little bit, and then building our way. I mean, it was pretty open at that time, but everybody had their own ideas.
Well, there was a lot of invention
Yeah,
going on
Yeah.
and fabrication.
a lot of fabrication, a lot of thought. I mean, when you first started racing, there wasn't anything called disc brakes. Everybody had drum brakes, which were horrible. After 5 laps of the feature, you never had any brakes.
It's going.
Yeah, they were going. The drum brakes would just go in, and they started putting disc brakes on the front. The brakes got better, and then disc brakes on the back. They got even better.
Right.
Very seldom had any brake problems after that point. But I remember running the Winchester 200. First 100 laps, you'd stop, you'd come in and get a brake in between. You'd change all the brake shoes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because you didn't have no brakes. They were wore out by that time.
So that was allowed.
Yeah, they were
That you could do.
you had however long the 6-cylinder cars would take to race is how long you had to work on the car.
Okay. I always wondered exactly how the format went for that.
It was 100 laps first, and then I can't remember how many laps it was for the 6-cylinders. But before I went to late models, I ran those races in between, and then we went to late models.
Okay.
And,
So you probably obviously you went up into the more developed race chassis then in a box square tube car.
yeah, oh yeah,
That was the big thing, right?
That was the only thing.
Yeah.
Because there was rules at the beginning when they started going to, you had to have 2 to 3 boxing, and then they went to 2 to 2,
Yeah.
and then they went to round tubing. from that.
Then it went the round tubing.
Yeah.
Did you own a Bullet at any time?
No.
Okay. What did you own? Or race?
I can't even remember. We ran a lot of Howe cars.
Okay. So obviously let's back up a little bit there. How, as we know it today, still manufactures top
Yep.
spin or uppers and lowers.
Yep.
Correct.
Still does.
Yep.
Still has his own business secretary, builds a lot of the short track asphalt cars.
Okay.
At one time, he was the only person that you could build the center part of the cage because he could heat treat the cage.
And that's
And that
something.
made it safer for the drivers.
Yeah. Okay.
And he built pretty much all of that. Then you had a lot of other ones. Yeah, I guess the first Howe car I bought it from Rodney Combs. Mark Richards was working for him in Lost Creek, West Virginia.
Okay.
That was my first bought car.
Okay. So that was like you were the shit on the shingle, buddy, when you had that car. That was a good car.
Yeah, but we were probably about 2 years behind
Okay.
because most of the top name drivers started getting cars like from the Manuals of Aucus.
Okay.
And,
Out of Baltimore, correct?
Dennis Springs.
Okay.
That was one of Store had.
Okay.
The Bone Break and
Yeah.
Valley and they all had Zavaka's cars. I don't know what all. Then
Yeah.
the Howe cars came around.
Then the Howe cars came around. Okay. And then at some point in time, Schwartz, obviously,
yeah.
was born,
Yeah,
grown.
right.
Okay. And I'm sure you've raced against Schwartz cars at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
Okay. And then comes along Rocket, correct? From
Rocket.
Bullet, morphed from Bullet,
Yeah,
basically.
when Rodney Combs went to basically asphalt racing and Mark Richards started his own business
Correct.
closer home
Yeah.
at the racetrack. there.
Sure.
It was
Okay.
good. Yeah.
So my point is the evolution there.
Oh yeah.
You've seen a lot of change there.
Yeah, the evolution of the cars is one thing, but the evolution of safety was the best part that happened.
Okay.
All the safety equipment
Yeah.
was involved. The cars were, I mean, that was also a good thing. I mean, in one way it was a good thing, another way it was bad because every time that evolution goes, the cost of the racing goes up. So when the cost of racing goes up, then you're struggling even more. I mean,
Right.
you start paying a little bit more as the payoffs, but you were still behind.
Exactly. Yeah. Are we ever ahead?
No,
Exactly.
you can make a lot of money in racing. You just take twice as much to make it.
Yeah. Twice as right. Twice as. There you go, people. Twice
That
as much
is a
to
good
make it. You're
analogy.
exactly right.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Because-
Fred, what's
because
on the
that's
wire?
true.
What's happening out here?
Well, we have Robert Jones,
Okay.
Andrew Kiefer,
Okay.
Steve Yeager,
The Jägermeister.
yeah, Kathy Jackson,
Okay.
Jolene Harrison, Roger Puffenberger, and Gary Ferguson.
Hey, the Fergmeister, right? Fergie. Right. You know old Ferguson.
Yep.
Who doesn't know
His
Ferguson?
brother used to travel with us to the races all the time.
Oh, really? Larry. Or Barney.
Barney.
Oh, yeah. We spent some time with Barney when he was with Daryl, Holder, and
Yeah.
Travis and Rand, for a little bit there.
Yeah.
He's a big asphalt modified, Oswego.
Well, back then he loved to go to Williams Grove because the sprint car was there.
Yeah, yeah. He looked at me one day. He was sitting at the barber shop. Okay, you always smoked the pipe, right?
Yep, always.
And we walked outside, and he says, "I said, I don't know what you see in running up there to New York State, Oswego, and places,
yeah.
and like you sit there for like 4 hours just watch these cars go around and around." And he was like, "What you run is just raw stupidity. It's just heavy horsepower. This is, you have to follow someone for 20 laps and figure out how to pass them." He said there's skill.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he puffed on his pipe and laughed and he laughed. Yeah, that was typical. That was him. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Called everybody cats. These cats. Yeah, these cats.
Yeah.
Cats. Cats everywhere, isn't there? Our young guy back there, he ain't saying nothing tonight. I can't believe it.
Well, you told him to sit here and be quiet.
Yeah, how often does he listen to me? Exactly. Yeah, he's doing good tonight. He's on his phone texting his girlfriend from Egypt. So he has long range relationships, Willie.
That is really a long line.
Didn't we just say over here about how life is just, it's flying, man.
Yeah.
Like where we are now,
Yeah.
I mean, we're texting people, we're Snapchatting, we're there ain't no walkie-talkies, right?
No,
They're a thing
Yeah,
of the
that's
past.
obsolete.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just talk text or whatever it's called. I don't know.
Boy, and I tell you, some of the words get jumbled on that now, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't even. I mean, it's some of the things that you won't want to say. You gotta watch what you say.
I can spell better than most of those kids.
Well, yeah, I guarantee
Spell
you.
corrects me all the time.
Well, exactly. So some of the people. Well, let's look at this. Okay, so track wise, where would you maybe call it home for a lot of years?
Well,
That you were a fixture there.
Winchester in the early years, St. Thomas when we first started was the only place we raced. We ran Hagerstown once or twice. And then we ventured off to Trailways once.
Okay.
Basically, Winchester was the next couple of years after St. Thomas closed. But we always ran 3 nights a week. We either ran Bedford, Winchester, and Hagerstown, or we ran Williams Grove, Lincoln, and Hagerstown.
Okay.
Over the years, we switched back and forth. And it really depended on where sponsorship money was at.
Okay. So that dictated.
That sort of dictated
Yeah.
where we raced at that time, because that's maybe just a fan would come down and give you $100 back then.
That's a lot of money. That's like $1,000.
Actually, we're right. I'd be happy with 100 or 200 now.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, but yeah, we went to those tracks, and that's that's how we started out. We really didn't have anything called home, but those tracks, Hagerstown. I mean, it's only 7 miles from my garage,
Exactly.
so you know, you can almost call that home track.
Correct. And you've had some good times there.
We ran well. Yeah, we ran well there. We ran well just about every place we've ever been. When I was running the NASCAR North Series, we basically ran Clearfield and Jennerstown.
Okay.
That was on asphalt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, and I looked at some of that historically, and I didn't realize that you had some time on asphalt.
Right.
And you know, that's obviously a different style racing.
It's a completely different style racing. I liked it. If they wouldn't have kept changing the rules over the years, we would have probably stuck with it a little longer. But it got to the point where they wanted you to run a perimeter frame, perimeter chassis that was no offset built into the car. Well, I couldn't take that car when they weren't, because they only ran, at that time, they only ran, I think, from the beginning of May till the end of August.
Okay.
Because of the weather there. I mean, you're up in the mountains up there and it would get bad pretty quick back in that day. So anyway, you couldn't run anywhere with that perimeter car, so we just, and we had the other cars that we always ran there, we were able to go, well, matter of fact, first year we ran, we would go up there on Friday night, race, come home, take all the wheels, all the tires, all the shocks and springs off, put all the dirt stuff back on for Saturday and Sunday around here.
So literally, you interchanged that out.
We interchanged everything.
And now I bet you that wasn't fun. You got that process down.
Well, because you were running asphalt on Friday night, it wasn't so bad because you didn't have any dirt.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
So it was a lot easier. It was a lot easier to change out.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So and all this is happening right up in Bino.
Yep. Yeah.
Good old Bino.
Bino.
And they've called you the Bino Bandit, correct?
Yeah. Frank Saget gave me that name. I don't even know why. That's what he called me.
Well, that's a good one. That's stuck around, the
It's stuck
Bino
around
Bandit.
for
I
a
like it.
long time.
And you know, it's funny because nicknames definitely are
Back
a big
then,
part of
everybody-
racing.
Everybody had a nickname
Yeah.
back at that time. Frank Saget gave everybody a nickname,
Yep.
which was really cool. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
You
yeah.
don't see a lot of that nowadays.
No, you don't see
know,
it, no.
and I don't know why, but I'd like to try announcing once. I really would.
I would.
Yeah, oh, I would.
No.
Yeah, I would. I think
I get too fixed on watching one certain car, or I don't watch the whole entire race.
you're right. I
Yeah.
gotcha. No, I'd love to try it once and bust out some nicknames. You know what I'm saying?
Nicknames.
Oh yeah, you know they could maybe stuck and carried on. You know, I mean, just look at the guys over the years. I love talking about driver nicknames. You know, we had the Shady Grove Slingshot, right?
Scrub.
We have Scrub. They also called him Peaches.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they called him Juicy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the guy's been called a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but it's iconic. Okay, the Virginia Leadfoot.
Exactly.
How can we forget that?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, and the Whirlytown Express.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was two areas.
Free State Flyer was home break, so
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know,
flying schoolman or flying teacher was schoolman.
Jack
Jack
Pencil.
Pencil.
Jack
was
Pencil.
also-
Yeah.
was also-
He did mad geometry on the front of his car. You know he did. He had mathematical equations and everything. I got a lot of them up here. It's like the Junk Man. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
read
yeah.
some of them. I'm going to share them. Get ready. Okay. Racing Mason. Oh, there's the Shoestring Traveler.
Yeah.
Right? Chubb Frank.
Yep.
Okay. The Bad News Bear. You know who that guy is,
Yeah.
right? And then let's spin around. We need to get Kel, can you get us fixed up on a turntable on these chairs so I can rotate? Thank you. Okay. And where we got the PA Plowboys, that was DJ then. The Flying Deuce. We have Super Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we got him. Can't forget him, right? We have up there's the Black Bandit.
Yeah.
The Marvin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's amazing how all that
Yeah.
stuff, you know, over the years have stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The Schaefer Special, Charging Charlie.
Yeah.
Obviously, that one goes back. You've raced a lot with Charlie, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he was he a son of a bitch or what?
No, he was good.
Okay, that's cool. I'm just teasing you. No, he was good. Yeah. And Fred, what do you got? What do you got? Fired up there, buddy. Talk to me.
Alrighty, we have Tommy Slankers tuned in,
Hey, old Tommy Slanker, you know him? Mm-hmm.
Doug McTavish,
Okay.
Elmer Shank,
Elmer.
Ronnie Tanner, and Brandon Smith.
Don't sound like my family sign then, though, does it?
Well, you said they had internet
Yeah,
problems.
we got it.
Yeah. But but really, it may not even be showing up there, buddy.
I'm just picking on.
Yeah, Fred, now don't hit that top piece up there, but who sent a message to? Don't hit it.
Your mom.
Huh. Why is that? Are we connecting?
Yeah, we haven't dropped signal once.
No, everybody, nobody's do a check. Hello?
No, nobody's. We haven't dropped signal one time.
There you go. It's all me. I'm good luck.
It's you, Willie. I agree. That's why you're on here. That's why you're on here, Willie. Yeah, but no. Okay. Obviously, we talk some of your work. I've known you for going to the race shop, and that was a full-time thing, correct? For many years.
For 12 years.
Okay.
For 12
Okay.
years. No, sorry, 11 years.
11.
Yeah.
And back then, there wasn't a ton of race shops like there really still isn't a lot, but
No.
rods, performance.
I actually bought rods.
Oh, you did.
I bought.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, I learned something tonight there.
Mhm.
Tom Myers sold it to Rod, and I bought it from Rod, and then Biz bought it from me.
Okay, so that's how it all come together.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in that area, you had Dave, right? He
Right.
started doing his thing.
Well, yeah, but Dave worked. Actually, we built Dave's car and kept it in our shop because he was traveling all over the world working on
Trains.
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 Yeah.
Brakes
Yeah.
and trains.
Yeah.
So it was kept in my shop.
Yeah.
And then,
He was kind of a smart egg, wasn't he? Like with that stuff.
yeah.
Trains.
He knew brakes. He knew.
Yeah, right, braking systems and
Nor,
stuff.
I think Nor was the company he actually worked with
Oh.
the brakes.
Okay.
KNORR or something.
So it was a
Something.
German outfit.
Yeah,
it was a German.
exactly.
I remember him telling about it. It was. It was a
One
German
time we
company.
flew in from Japan and we had to have the car at Hagerstown on Saturday night because he just flew in and he drove straight to there.
Drove straight to there.
Yep.
Wow, see, I've never heard that. That's good stuff. That's
the car,
really
The
good.
car come off the trailer on the way there.
Yeah, that's even better, isn't it? That's even better, Willie. Yeah. I tell you, before the races, I think sometimes you can live through them moments.
Yeah.
You're going to have a great night.
Yep.
Because the worst has just occurred right off the get-go,
Yep.
and you
Yep.
fought through it.
Yep.
You know, it's like, I got a free pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my. Fred, was any comments there?
It's a few. Everybody's enjoying Willie's stories,
That's good.
Yeah.
Are they enjoying my stories?
as usual.
I got you. I feel you. I know what you mean. So, Willie, we were looking at pictures a while ago on the wall, right?
Yep.
And see. Now I know, guys, you can't see this, but he'll be able to talk. And
Well, that's at Pennsboro.
okay. That's what I thought, right? Okay. So the legendary Pennsboro, you
Yeah.
raced many times.
Check Schaefer loaded me a motor to go down there. That's why I've got Schaefer's R salvage there on it and
So-
the Ford motor on the.
Well,
So that was a 351 Windsor I borrowed from Tex Schaefer.
ain't that something? Okay, and that's you were able to go down.
Yep.
Wow.
His crew was there with us, and the one guy sat there and drank whiskey all night long.
Did he
Same
work?
spot. I don't think he ever moved.
Did he work on the car?
No, he was just there to supervise.
Well, that was good that he didn't. Right, exactly. He didn't get 3 sheets in the wind and adjust your timing. You know what I'm saying?
It actually didn't sound like. I don't think he actually got drunk the whole time.
He probably didn't. The guy was probably immune to it.
I
You
think
know what I
he
mean?
was.
Oh, Fred, what's all them sentences there? What are they saying?
It's Alyssa. She's tuned in,
Oh, yeah.
and she just was reiterating the story that Willie told about the number 55
Yeah.
from that car in '98 YCR.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's great. Oh, yeah. Here's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
I like that car.
Yep. That was an awesome car. It was a Gary Mort's car.
Yeah.
The year before that,
Yeah.
we took the steel body off and put aluminum body on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Cole, listen, this is your job right now, okay? He's our junior member, right? You're going to walk successfully up here. I will hand you a picture, okay? And you will just hold it approximately 3 foot and 18 inches back from the camera, okay? And they can see the picture.
Ask
So
him how many feet that tails out to.
you got it? So go ahead and show them that one. Now be good about it. That's a boy. It's too high,
Get a
isn't
little
it?
closer. buddy.
Yeah, a little
Come
closer,
down.
buddy. Just
Yeah,
other
right
way,
there.
buddy.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the green color car.
That was a green yellow car. Yep.
Yeah, and what era, years do you think?
I'm gonna say that was probably early '80s. I'm gonna say. I
Okay.
don't really remember exactly the years, but it would have been in that time frame.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go to this one. Okay. Now you're doing your job. You're doing. We will pay you something to drink. Thank you, Cole. Okay.
That there is a car I bought from Benny Bonebreak. It was a Rayburn car.
Okay. Had some pinky stuff going
Had
on.
some pretty stuff on
Is
it.
that the lover coming out in you?
Well, no. There was a story behind this.
Okay.
This car I bought from Denny Bonebreak, and Denny ran it for a whole year. And we took it down and took his numbers and stuff all over, because everything was painted on that time, wasn't no decals.
Right.
So they painted that up like that, and went down, and the car was 2 inches too wide for me. Denny ran it all year. It was okay.
That was okay. Right. There you go, Colt. Now, there you go, buddy. Colt, we may have led you into a major career. You are the picnic.
There you go.
Okay, everybody got a visual on that. Okay. And now there's a lot of pictures of that car, isn't there?
Yeah, that was one of the first Howe cars we had.
Okay.
That car there actually came. That was one we got from Rodney Combs,
Okay.
and that was an awesome car.
Yeah.
We had
You had some wins.
Really good races.
Yeah, a lot of good racing in that.
Yeah.
That's a classic. There's a lot of pictures out there of that one. And here is obviously, I think, a little more towards us date-wise.
This was a master build. This was one of the first master builds probably was in the area.
Okay.
Because I was a dealer for them at the time. And this car was a 4-leg car. And they were basically just starting to play with them.
Okay.
And I ran the Max Series that year. We ended up 10th, traveling all over the country.
Yep.
The last race of the year, we were going to Winchester 200. And a lady stopped in front of me on the interstate. And I had to run off the road, destroyed my truck and my trailer, and bent the axle tube and all kinds of stuff on the car, because I hit a tractor trailer that was stopped on the side of the road. Caught his door hinges with the side of my trailer. Never hurt his truck, but it ripped the whole side of my closed trailer off and bent the axle tube on the car.
So, okay, you didn't run through a Burger King or nothing?
Nope.
Oh, look, when you go back in the day like that, when we didn't have all this texting and ways you had the land phone
Right.
to get a hold of somebody.
Well, it's that there. Actually, Tom Myers
Yeah.
was taking the car down for DJ, I think, on a rollback.
Okay.
They actually come back, loaded my car on their rollback, took it down to the races, and we ran it, but it was bent up worse than what we thought it was.
Okay.
I qualified. Next day we got it better. We ran the Winchester 200, but my truck and trailer both were destroyed in the deal.
I heard that was bad.
It was bad.
I mean, like what I was saying, the way rumors were back then, because it could take a week for us here.
It's
You didn't
true.
have all this
Well,
stuff.
I didn't
man.
even know if we had cell phones back then.
That, oh,
No.
heck no.
So-
No. And I can remember, I had heard like you lost your legs, your arms. Like it was, I'm serious, like it was terrible.
Yeah.
And
Well, it was a really.
now, what are you
bad
doing
car.
now? I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, our cue card picture holder is left the
Drinks too
building.
much water.
And now he's left the building to pee again. This is like the 4th time. Now you think he'd do that before we start doing something like this, you know? But I'm telling you, what we're gonna do, I think, is I invite Alan Saggy to the next show, and we're gonna take that stack of 400, 500 pictures I have, and him and I are going to pull a picture out and talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, he would be the one to get
I
to do it.
think,
Yes, he would.
right, and him and I can really brain power, right?
Yeah.
And I think we get a lot of good out of that,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
There, show them that one. Are you good? Did you use the hand sanitizer? You're supposed to say that. We get tested by the state
Yeah,
here
yeah,
since
I
we're
did.
on studio.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Okay. Is it raining out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for the drips to start.
Oh, I know. Once she picks up, Willie,
Yeah.
we'll have a little free-for-all
Okay.
going on here. Don't be alarmed, Willie. It's nothing. Wait, what is this?
Uh-oh, sounds like a special bulletin.
This is WQ2 Rouserville. We're tuning in. I picked up my headset here, radio. I want to go ahead and see what's going on. We're going to go to our chief field correspondent, Russell Smith. Russell, what's going on down there? Okay. Would you say, Russell, there's rioting? There's rioting, people. Okay, so I tell you, that's awful. And for Craig Klein to put himself in a position like this is awful. Russell claims the bling word down there right now is, we won't go. Okay, I don't know, some kind of a riot. Anyways, we got footage here of the audio file sent to us. Viewer discretion advised, please. Go ahead and play it, please. The Craig Klein.
Hi, I'm Craig Klein. I'm down south here, you know, Winter Nationals, baby. Hit me up, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, what you heard there, we don't condone here, and we're sorry you had to hear that. What has happened, the end of the story, according to our chief field correspondent, Russell Smith, is Craig has been chasing around race car drivers all night and their wives, heckling them, and they finally put a stop to it. But we're signing out. This is WQ2 Rouserville. Russell Smith, thank you for your field correspondence. That's the new addition we added to the show, Willie.
Pickle Craig Klein.
No, not Pickle and Craig. We can't call the show Pickle and Craig Live.
Okay.
Well, we're just going to go with WQ2 Rouserville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
Craig at his best.
it's Craig at his best. That would be good. Craig at his best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Craig at his best. Has anybody else thrown us a bone there, Fred?
Oh yeah, we have Dave Gladhill, Big Daddy's
Big Daddy.
watching. Donna Peeble, of course.
Oh.
Alyssa's tuned
Yeah.
in. Jeff Lindsay,
Mm-hmm.
Jim Ice, Brian Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Walls,
Mm-hmm.
Mason Storm,
Okay.
and Kenny Wolf.
Good. That's great, buddy. That's awesome. You just came from Rouserville. But you said, Willie, you're from Rouserville.
Yep. Family's from here.
So have you lived here?
No. Just my dad's family.
Okay. Okay. So you're really, you bleed some of the Rouservillian.
Yep.
Okay. See the Bond, guys? That's Bond. Now you see why? You see why he's got to keep going out every 5 seconds?
Mhm.
That's his third iced tea since he's been here.
Okay.
Yeah. He has no idea that we're in a recession right now. Okay. So pretty soon, Kale's going to have to get a kettle and boil it out here by the creek.
Yeah.
You know. But anyways, he's a good kid. He did good tonight. Go, buddy. So, when was your last? Let me ask this: what year did you start racing?
1971.
Okay, and what year was the final laps you took?
The last laps I took of the feature was there had been 2020.
2020.
Now, I tested the car a couple times since then, but I haven't drove the feature since then.
Okay, I got you. And where was that at?
Where was the last time? I think the last time was at Bedford.
This is like trying to remember the first
Yeah.
time we had sex.
Yeah, or-
You know what I'm saying?
I guess I gotta still figure that out.
Well, Willie, you've alluded the other time, and we talked about this tonight. You're not a fighter, a lover.
That's right.
Yes. So I tell you, the men out here need to tune in a little bit. You know what
Lisa
I'm saying?
said the last time you must have drove was at Hagerstown.
Was it that guy?
Hagerstown.
Okay.
Okay. And what would that have been in?
I've been in a modified.
In a modified. Okay. I got you. And do you ever get that itch?
Oh yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
Okay.
But I'm old now.
Well,
I
I,
can barely see across the room anymore.
well, that's good. I don't think you want to see what's going on across the room, right? So, what about that? You got me all flustered. You know what I'm saying? You got me all flustered. And we do have a gift for you too. Yeah. And don't worry, it's nothing
Okay.
incriminating. You won't look bad. You're in Rouserville. I never heard of a fellow Rouservillian.
Yeah.
You see? Okay, so modified Hagerstown 2020, correct? Okay. And would you ever, if the craziest opportunity come up, would you get in again?
I would drive something. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to do it weekend.
No, but you would step in
I
the
would,
car.
I would drive. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I could totally see that.
I don't want to drive Alyssa's car. I'd rather drive somebody else's car.
Right.
The last time I raced, we raced at Pat Valley. I ran Rich Goodman's modified, and I can't remember. It was Dan Davies and Alyssa. They basically ran side by side for the win the whole race. It was an awesome race. And I'm sitting in third spot, and I'm going, go girl. And I'd be darned if she didn't win, but I let the guy run the fourth past me on the last lap or so. So I ended up fourth instead of third.
Well, I tell you, that's a special
Oh,
experience.
it was special. Because that was a really, really good race. just to actually just sit back and watch that going on.
Have you ever run door to door with her?
No.
So you've never been?
That was the only race I ever raced with her.
That was
She was
the only
a
one.
lot faster than me.
Yeah, right. And there's that adorable picture, obviously, that floats up on turn 5
Yeah.
of you in the 55 car,
Yeah.
the Winchester. And she's what? You're
Oh,
Victory Lane.
the white 55?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually my oldest daughter.
Is that your oldest
That was
daughter
my
there?
oldest daughter sitting there, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that was my
okay.
oldest daughter.
And obviously you've probably had oodles of pictures with,
Oh,
with
yeah.
Melissa and Victory Lane. But vice versa.
Yeah.
She's seen a
Oh, yeah.
Victory Lane with you,
Yep.
and you've seen it with her.
The reason she really wanted to race was want to race up at Roy Nod one night, and she got to ride on the side of the car back to the pits, and she was
That
upset.
did it.
That was it. That's all she ever wanted to do since then.
Ain't that
Ever
something?
since she was this tall, though, she followed me around the pits. That's all.
That's all she wanted to do.
She was racing crazy from then.
Race. She had the fever.
My mother couldn't even root. Daryl Schimmel had his car in my garage. We raced out of the same garage. My mother couldn't even root for him when I wasn't even on the racetrack with him. She'd say, "No, you can't root for, you only root for Daddy."
That's right. That's right. Good girl.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Well, she
was my biggest fan, and I'm her biggest fan. So there you go.
Well, there you go. Now, you already heard it, guys. Right then and there. That's what it's all about.
Well, that's
you
what
know?
it is all about.
Exactly.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, Colt's my biggest fan.
He's the son you never had.
How you know he ain't my son?
Well, that could be.
That's a joke. That's a joke. That's not how Colt appeared around here over the years. The sitting of Jerry Springer. Hi, everybody. I'm waiting to get a letter from me. Colt belongs to you. Thank you. You owe me $818,000 because he is now 12 years old. Oh, I guarantee you the old CS will get you, huh?
Yeah.
And I ain't talking Fitzgerald.
No.
Well, he can get you too.
Yeah.
Did you ever race against that cat?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Okay. And obviously Southern, right?
Southern.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
he came to Hagerstown, Winchester quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
And we raced. I don't even know where all Virginia Motor Speedway, probably Elkins and Interstate 79. I'm not sure where all. We raced a lot.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what.
Pennsboro.
I was CS Fitzgerald stalker crazy.
Oh yeah.
When he was on that Star Series, when that Star Series was banging,
Yep.
okay, it banging. That's all it was.
Yep.
Toters were new. That was all this stuff was happening.
He had a great big tractor trailer.
Yeah. Everybody that hasn't been around forever, guys, and that's why I say the hotbed of weekly late model racing lied in the 1980s in the 90s in Central PA, Southern Maryland, this region right here. It was strong. It was supported.
Lincoln, Williams Grove, Hagerstown,
Right.
Bedford, Winchester.
Exactly. You know, and you look at the late model schedules this year, okay, I gotta be honest, I probably have diarrhea more in a year than there's late model shows for supers.
Well, it's getting so
bad.
expensive for
It
the
is.
local racer anymore.
It is.
To be able to keep up with the technology that's there and paying the price for all this stuff.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'll probably get hate mail, but whatever. You know, we get hate mail, don't we, Fred?
Well, once in a while.
Yeah, Fred, someone's gonna claw Fred's eyes out the other week. They were mad about him like that. He mispronounced their name.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Oh.
and really he was a she.
Yeah,
So it got interesting.
That's even worse.
Yeah, tell me about it. Then
Yeah.
at one point in time, he was a she, was a he, she.
Oh my goodness.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're probably getting shut down on the FCC right now,
Yeah.
but I don't care because we're like Eminem. You remember him?
Yep.
Okay, he just lets me be me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But no, I think that you need to take a real hard look. If you're a super late model fan, okay, you have to really examine this right now, this time period. It's not well. There's many good racers out there still,
Yep.
young and old.
Yep.
There's much capabilities and resources.
Yep.
It's there.
It's all there.
Okay. Has the price tag went up on the car? Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Let's talk about the tracks. Okay. And obviously they make their schedule.
Right.
Okay, they have, I'm sure, a budget.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you have to, right? And there's other clubs around that have struggled with, or tracks that struggle with this
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
absolutely.
But they basically look at things, and they are not making money for the most part on the front gate.
Right.
It's back gate. That's
Right.
what pays.
Yeah.
Back gate. Unless you're Lincoln, and then the front gate can pay the back, and vice versa. That's pretty packed up there
That's pretty good. Yeah.
on a regular week.
Or, yeah, just for a
That's
regular
packed.
show.
Even better, even Port Royal. I mean,
Right.
they're getting a huge amount of fans up there too.
And this guy right here, you know, you look at Jimmy Bernheisel
Yeah.
to start the Appalachian Mountain Speedway.
Yep.
Now I got to be honest. Sometimes I seem like to punch Jimmy in the mouth. Okay,
Oh,
but in other times, I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
I like Jimmy. He's okay. I was being funny to see if you picked up on it. No, I got to give the guy credit where credit's due
Yep.
because that's no small undertaking.
No.
Okay,
And
and
everything else he has going on.
exactly, he runs a business, you know, and this ain't about whether you like him on the racetrack or not.
No.
This is about the guy runs a business, and he's going to put this speed week, which how many years has it been?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yep.
I venture to say you'll have 30 to 40 at a high point, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
give or take.
Yeah.
It'll wear down.
Yeah, I think for his big show there at the end of the year in Lincoln, I think he had over 30 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And today's standards,
And that was, it was cold. It was cold. down
it
there,
was
too.
cold, yes. But today's standards, that's good.
Yeah.
Because B mains are becoming a thing of the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
And races are being replaced by $10,000 to win U car shows.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but you have to look at this on a big picture that things need to be re-examined and refocused there a little bit.
Well-
I'm sorry.
You can't have for local races. You can't have a race car that costs $100,000.
And you pay $150 to win.
Well, they don't.
I
pay
know.
that,
It's a
but-
start.
But yeah, they don't pay. You can race all year long and not pay the initial cost of the
Right.
car.
Super late
But
model,
then the tires.
$500 start, let's say. That's about correct for
Uh,
supers, isn't it?
No, I think most places are more like 200.
To start.
Port Royal is 500. but
Okay, support's 5.
I
They're
think,
obviously.
I think they're 5. I'm not sure.
Right.
I might step on my toes there, but that's right.
And I got to give them credit. I'm not a big Port fan, but I will give them credit because they're kind of in that mixed bubble sprint car world, and they're still incorporating fenders in there.
But they're paying enough of money that it almost makes it feasible to go there.
It does.
But smaller racetracks don't have that draw.
They don't.
They need to get more people in the stands. And
Promotion.
You have to promote racetracks.
Owners shouldn't promote.
Owners should not.
No, the owners should stay away from the place Monday through Friday and come Saturday, and they should have responsible people in those positions, and they're going to have to pay them.
Yeah.
Okay, because if your costs are going up on the race car end, okay,
Their
well,
costs are going
their
up.
cost is going up.
Yeah.
So guys, let's figure this out. This is called work together.
Yeah.
But that has been the two things work together that hasn't occurred very well
Right.
over the past several years, lots of years.
Right.
You've seen the high, you've seen the low.
Yep.
Okay? And I got to tell you, when I look at Sealings Grove, I am deeply insulted by the schedule. And I'm going to put it out there 100%. Them super late models ran heavy there for years.
Yeah. I haven't seen the schedules. I don't.
They have been kiboshed other than a few shows.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have been running there a long time.
Yeah.
Jeff Ryan.
Right.
I know Steve Campbell don't run anymore. Donnie Schick. How about Shadle, the Shadle boy? Bernheisel's,
Yeah,
right?
Bernheisel's are there.
There's a lot of good racing, and I tell you that's disturbing. Okay, what's even more disturbing is we're sitting back and not putting focus on it from this end, or trying to push more.
I think with her, she's just getting into this. She's going to
I
have a
get
lot
that.
to learn, and she's going to have to pick and choose the second year where she made money at, where
Right.
she lost money at. She'll figure that out after the first year.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
going to definitely be a learning curve for her.
Which
So,
I agree. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that you do better. I'm not going to do that. But the bottom line is, I'm just disappointed. Like a lot of the late model community, limiteds are on there
well,
3 times a week or a month.
Right.
Which for me, if I want to go there, that's great. But for the super guys, They put on a good show there.
They put on a good show, but they're so close to Port Royal, and Port Royal's paying so much money that probably she can't afford to pay that kind of money the first part of the year, or first year, because she has to buy equipment, she has to buy concession stands, she's got to get personnel,
The whole 9 yards.
She's got to get everything because she's starting basically from scratch with a round circle of dirt.
So I've backed you up into this on purpose because my point is, Port Royal and Sealings Grove, we all need to work together.
Right.
Okay? Because we're in the day and age, if we don't, survival is going to be bad.
Right.
And it's happening right in front of us.
Right.
Tracks do not, for the most part, and I don't care what anybody says around here, like to work together.
Yeah, Winchester and Hagerstown supposedly this year is working together with the late model shows and the limited shows, the modified shows, and I think that's the only 3 divisions that they're not going to race against each other.
Correct.
At those 2 tracks, which is a good thing.
Correct.
And like I said, I still haven't seen any schedule. I wrote a whole list of names down. I want my wife to print them out for me one day when she's in there.
Well, you didn't get her nothing for Valentine's Day.
No, I didn't.
I mean, we got to work.
She made me a cake.
I tell you what, we got you fixed up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I now give you our next business venture. You've heard of Berenstein Bears.
Yeah.
You've heard of Boyd's Bears.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now you have Elbows Up Bears.
There you go.
Would you look at that, folks? Elbows up, embroidered, packaged. I'm going to tell you what, you take that thing home tonight, buddy, and you're golden.
Yeah, like me.
Oh, there's some chocolates there on the.
And look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we have you fixed up for, and all you got to do is drive home safely, okay? And you'll be in good shape. You know what I mean?
That's good, thank you.
We're always thinking about it. You're a Rouservillian.
Yeah.
How could we go wrong? You know what I'm saying? Shame on us to let you walk away with
Yeah,
not help.
dumping, right, look at that.
Fred, what's going on the wire?
Alrighty, well, we have Phil Hose,
Hey, Phil Miles.
Devin Thomas, going to be a dad here soon.
Yes,
soon.
he is. He's
And somebody that we haven't heard from a long time. We were just asking why we haven't seen or heard from him. Lane Hessong. He's tuned in.
well, I'm glad Lane's a good supporter. He always supports us. He's
And
been
we
on the
have
show.
Sheila, Calvin
Hey,
Forsythe,
hey,
and
hey, guys.
Tyler.
Tyler.
And then we have Lena Rao.
Oh, okay. Lane Rouse tuning in.
And Walter Nichols.
Walter Nichols. He turned on the old tuber.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I tell you, Willie, getting back to what we were discussing, and I think that there needs to be more dialogue in this. I don't. Can I get it from an owner standpoint? Yes. Most owners, they're owning something else too, or they're working every day
Right.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
So this becomes a large business
Right.
to operate.
Right.
Let's face it, you're bare bones trying to get people to work.
Yep.
It's hard for any business to get people to work.
Yep.
You it's a different generation
Yep.
of people at work.
Yep.
You know, and you look at the liabilities.
Right.
Obviously, that's increased. We know that.
Yep.
And you look at just the generalized overhead, and boom, you look at your facility. Okay, not every facility is in a position to get Tony Stortalized.
Right.
You know, like totally and good for Tony. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
good, but not everybody's there to do that. But there has to be a happy medium here.
Well, and here, maybe I'll step out there a little bit, but when Frank Sagan was alive, every business in the tri-state area had a schedule there.
Right.
He was around, he glad-handed people, the racers,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
businesses, people on the street.
Kids got stickers he had and keychains.
Exactly. So
He
that was-
had Hagerstown Speedway everywhere.
Right. It was
Right.
advertised in the newspaper. I mean, now, how many tracks do you see it actually advertised in the newspaper anywhere?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Bedford,
Right.
Path Valley.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Bedford's local
Rural,
paper,
that's
Path
right.
Valley, and Mercersburg paper.
It-
They advertise in there.
And do
they
you
get
know-
the results. They
They get it all,
Yeah.
right. And do you notice, though, you just said something there. You take Bedford,
yeah,
you take Path Valley.
yeah,
Both of those tracks work hard.
They work
and
hard.
they do well.
Yep, they do very
And they have nice places, nice
They do.
history, nice facilities.
Yeah.
Path Valley's wonderful. Wonderful.
It's getting better every year.
Exactly.
It's
But
from whenever I started running back there way back. I mean, it was an okay facility, but it's by today's standard. Basically, this is one of the racetracks that's actually making huge improvements.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah. They got pictures up
Oh
all
yeah,
the
they're
time
on
and work
all the
days.
time on Facebook
Oh yeah,
doing something.
and you look at that, and it's like they're rural. Is that is that, I don't know if that plays into it, the demographics, the geographics of where it's
I think
at,
a lot of it is so cheap to get into the stands.
right?
I mean, it's less expensive for a family of 4 to go there and watch
Yeah,
than it is to go to any of the other racetracks in the area.
correct.
He doesn't pay quite as well on the money wise, but here again, the track is so easy on equipment because it's so small. And you go daggone well, you race there, you can run 2 or 3 wide almost all the time.
Oh yeah, it's good racing.
It's a good racetrack.
Yeah.
It used to be smaller, it wasn't as racing.
Right.
But it's racy right now. It's probably one of the racier racetracks in the area.
And do you know they cut 3 and 4 down?
Yeah,
Did you see the picture? It was like, whew,
yeah.
buddy, there you'll be, because you used to roll in there and then you have to come back out a little. Man, now she's laid out coming around,
Yeah.
and that's going to make some really good.
As long as they can get it 2 grooves. So many tracks that get it so fast. Port Royal,
Yeah.
awesome racing, but it's so fast around there that you're basically just running wide open all the way around the racetrack. And when you're running like that, it's very, very hard to pass. Now you
Correct.
can, don't get me wrong, you
Yeah,
can.
you can, but I
mean,
understand what you're saying
it's
now.
more difficult for a car to come from 10th spot to
Correct.
first place than it is the Path Valley to go from 10th to first.
Just what Barney Ferguson says. You follow a guy, seriously, asphalt. It gets, and I always say, and a lot of guys, I love them tracks, and a lot of guys have been great in them tracks.
Oh, I love all these racetracks. They want to go one.
They're momentum.
Yeah.
They're momentum
Yeah,
tracks.
yeah.
They're not freaking high horse,
Yeah.
And obviously we've seen guys like Mr. Smooth himself. How did he get his name?
Yeah.
He finesse on there. It's a different racing nowadays. It's wide open right from the get go.
It takes a lot of motor, a lot of technology and shocks and springs and tires.
That's nuts.
Just certain way you cut tires and make you a second place car from a 10th place car.
I thought I was the man when I journeyed up to your place.
No.
Okay, and I just got my driver's license, and my girlfriend and we rode up to your place and took the long way. And anyways, I got there and I bought my first set of brand new AFCO oil shocks.
Right?
That was like the shit on a stick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There wasn't no double adjustables.
No, it was all oil shock. back
Yeah.
then. Now, I think there was some gas shocks out there, but it wasn't.
Yeah, but
It wasn't for anything local. It was
No.
all
no.
$49 rod end shocks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And you really, you had the number. There wasn't a lot of play there. I don't think a tremendous
they,
amount.
They had a couple different valves, but it wasn't tremendous. I mean, I don't know. It was a big.
It ain't like it today.
I think you had two different shocks for the right front, and 2 for the left.
Right,
That was
exactly.
about it.
That was it. That's my point. That was it. You know.
For $200, you had shocks the whole way around the car. If you bent it, you lost $50.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you got
Yeah,
cool. And,
now
you
it's
got
not that way.
and you got cool AFCO stickers.
Yeah, you got cool stuff.
Hey, I complimented you on the show the other night with Shay. I said, all them stickers in the center of that door over there. We'll look at them when we go over. Okay. I know you want to get home with a bear. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she's already sleeping.
No, yeah, he got a bear, you know. But anyways, you gave me a pile of stickers,
Yeah.
and I love stickers.
Yeah.
You gave me a pile of stickers like AFCO, and they were from like 1970.
I still got a drawer full of them things.
No, set all. Really?
Really?
Which you want to trade?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I love stickers, people.
I got stickers from the old Mac series and
Oh no, you don't.
AMRA. Yeah, I got because then you had to put decals on the car.
Yeah.
You know, to get your,
You have Max.
I got some.
stickers.
I think I still got some Mac stickers. I think there was a distributor company that sponsored. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there.
Man, Willie, I'm going to tell you, you know what? I never wanted to be someone's best friend more than that. I think we'll hug after this, Willie, and you can
I
hold
got
your
my
bear.
bear, thanks.
Oh, well, I understand. Fred, there's some people shooting some burritos.
Yep, we have Dave Socks,
Hey, Sauce.
Lois Sanders,
Okay, Lois.
and Courtney Slanker's tuned in.
Courtney Slanker.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's Tommy Slanker's wife.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, Courtney Slanker. I'm surprised Cole and tuned in. He may be tuned in. We just don't
Might
know.
be.
He might have snuck in there. You know what I'm saying? He might have snuck in. Which Cole got the People's Choice Award, Slanker, at York Racing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you guys, Alyssa's car.
Listen, did
right.
best in show.
Right, best of show.
Yeah.
Yeah, blew them away.
I don't know if the pig brought that out.
I think so. It was sharp. You know, it was sharp. Hand letter.
It stands out.
It does. I guarantee you.
Yeah, Rick gave me heck last year because, he said Delco paints. He paints around the number on the color of the door. He said you can't read the number. This year you can read the number.
You
There
could.
you go, Rick.
Yeah, there you go. So thank you, Rick. Right, right. And little do they know that Loss is colorblind. Right.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right, yeah.
exactly. He paints by numbers.
I think Rick knows that.
Yeah, well, he does. I'm sure Scrub does. Yeah, Loss paints by numbers, and how he can't even count past 12
Nope.
sometimes. Nah, we're just teasing. Anyways, okay, so you know what, Willie? It's been a pleasure to have you on here tonight.
It was fun.
And we could obviously talk for hours,
Yeah.
okay? And we should do that since we're best friends now.
Yeah.
We're BFFs.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
That's what it is.
Okay,
You gave me a
BFFs.
bear.
I gave you a bear.
Yeah.
And Fred gave you those.
Hey, thanks for that.
I wouldn't eat them till you get home. And
Did you eat half of them?
no,
Oh.
no, but I wouldn't eat that till you get home because you could have some kind of a erogenous
Oh, yeah?
zone out.
Uh-oh.
That's called an EZ.
Okay.
The kids abbreviate everything
Oh, yeah.
nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
They do. And ladies and gentlemen, another thing. Apparently, you know what we do with Racing Arena Night. That's really big for
Yeah.
us, okay? And we've always asked, if you guys will carry at least one sticker
Yeah.
on the car. A lot of people do, and the more
Yeah.
people know about that, the better it is. And we're strong, really strong there going. And but I like to point out things when it comes to kids and stuff. That there is a drug. It's like called the zombie drug or something. I just read it yesterday. It's all around. It has another name, like tranquilizer,
Okay.
but it apparently it zombifies you.
Okay.
Like you were in a stupor for like 6-8 hours, and it could kill you.
Yeah.
And it's very rampant.
Yeah.
It's the alternative to all the other stuff they've kind of hit hard with, like
Whatever,
the
yeah.
oxy, the pills, and
Right.
and the blow and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta seriously. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is. I mean, it's pretty bad when we have to give a public safety announcement for Halloween to make sure,
Exactly, yeah.
I used to worry about some jackass putting a freaking razor blade in my
Razor
apple.
blade or a needle or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Do you remember you used to take that to the hospital? They'd X-ray it,
Yep.
like that. X-ray your stuff. That's why your Medicaid costs you out the ass now
Yeah.
because of us. We had to X-ray our apples
Yeah.
because then some other ass.
I generally, if the kids got something like that, I generally throw it away.
You just throw it away. Maybe that's what happened with me. I ate one.
Oh, yeah?
And so, do you think Willie?
I don't know. It could be.
Yeah.
Very could be.
Well, I like Willie though. I like pitting beside Willie. He's always a fan, a helper, encouragement. You know what I mean? I enjoyed when you guys pitted beside us there, and we really are excited. They have 2 super races
Yep.
at Path Valley, so kudos to them, right? And there is good racing going on. There is. Don't get me wrong, but there's just not enough in the super late models. There's just not, guys. I'm telling you. And I don't think it's as much back. Well, we could talk for hours about that. Obviously, now the tires, that came into the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, and read between the lines there. I mean, I'm not real happy with Hoosier about a lot of things. I see some things that they had to do.
I don't think it's Hoosier himself. I think it's the people that bought Hoosier out.
Well, right, I got you there. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. And clearly, I have a hard time hearing that we're for the racer.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't see that. You
No.
know what I'm saying? At this point, I
No.
don't see that, and it's a shame because it's such a staple of a tire that you've used forever.
Well, that's the nice thing about what we run the modifieds. We got 2 tires. We got a 30 and a 60.
Boom, that's it.
Yeah, that's all we got. I mean, you cut it, you groove it, you sipe it, you do whatever you do your voodoo do, whatever. But that deal. But the late models, I guess they're trying to get you off on all these tires and only have basically the 3 compounds now. And I guess do whatever you want.
Yeah, because that number one is taking them.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's legal anywhere.
No, and it's only really, truthfully, been utilized in a heavy presence for South.
Yeah.
You know, but
Well, a lot of these tracks down there are really hard.
exactly. And it's super soft. Like, I'm thinking like 1100, I heard, almost 1200. It's that soft.
Yeah, it'd be soft.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyways, that adds a whole other complexity to this
Oh, yeah.
game.
Yep.
Totally. But I gotta be honest though. Guys, I'm here to give credit and raise hell both, just like everybody does with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I will say this on the track's end. The track stepped up and said, you'll run 1300s on them 4 corners. We'll get to a burn-off date, most of them said, in the
Right.
future. Good for them.
I think there's a
okay?
couple
Yeah.
tracks that said they'll give you all year.
Yeah, there are.
Especially
There
on
are.
track-
There
especially
are.
on tracks that darn hard.
Exactly. And good for them. They did stand allegiant with the racer on that.
Yeah, because it was last year. It was hard to get tires, so when you always got extra.
Right.
When you were able to.
Yeah.
So now people have extra tires to burn up.
Do you think you maybe throw us a couple tires? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them up there.
I
Just come and get
mean,
them.
well, yeah. I mean, we're paying you for this
They're that
show.
wide.
We're paying you for this show, and we thought you'd kick us back some
Yeah,
tires.
sure. I can
Yeah, you got it, all right.
You had to put 2 of them together.
Yeah, yeah. And you also ran them back in the day, the McCreary's, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was way back. I didn't really run them a lot. Bud Watson down at Hoosier always helped me out a little bit.
Yep.
Back in the '98 YCR days, that's what we got. We got 2 tires a month from Vic Speed Shop and they would advertise Vic Speed Shop on the radio.
Are you serious?
So I didn't really ever got any money,
You got,
but
you
I got 2
tires.
tires a month. Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Oh heck no! Back then that was
Oh,
awesome.
that was a big deal.
If somebody gave me 2 tires a month nowadays, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey.
Doug
Yeah.
Wolfgang gave us tires to test because he was going to a different racetrack and he thought Winchester would be about like that. He said, "Here, try these tires." We never knew what they were because it didn't have any numbers or anything on them. He knew what they were.
He would have went there. They
And
work.
they worked good.
Exactly.
They work good.
Exactly.
But that was
Hey,
back when you were allowed bigger tires.
well, exactly. Yeah, that was back in the Mad Max
Oh,
days.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that I was still itsy bitsy
Oh, okay.
little. Like where we had the big tires on the back of the stock cars and
Yeah.
the Star. That was a weird
Yeah.
little.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of flex in those cars.
Boy, exactly. Then we had to run,
3,000-pound car on a single sidewall, single ply sidewall.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
And then we had to put panels on, obviously,
Oh,
and
yeah.
extra spoilers.
Actually, whenever they did all that, we was back on the small tires at that point.
So you switched back, and
Yeah.
then you had that.
Then you had that, yeah.
Wow, ain't that something?
Wedge cars. And,
Good old wedge cars.
yeah, and then after the wedge cars were gone, you just had Lexan on the side.
Good old Lexan. Ain't that something?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Willie, I tell you, it's been a pleasure to have you here this evening. Guys, I can't say enough how we do appreciate you tuning in and supporting Elbows Up, their productions. And we're going to be releasing our website, Cordell Enterprises, and all of what we do from our business to racing to this will be under there. It's just easier. We're going to bank it. And Cale's been a very integral part in that. Fast Freddy, been an integral part. Everybody's really increasing and trying to go. YouTube, go subscribe to our channel, please. Everything this here tonight will be over into there, okay? And, I guess, Fred, what else should I say?
I think you about covered it all.
Really?
We only had one little hiccup with the internet connection tonight, but it clicked off, clicked back on.
It's raining, that's why.
Yeah, I figured it might
Yeah.
be that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We enjoy your support. And like I said, Hammer Down Customs, give us some love for Dustin out there, right? Tax, title, tags, right?
Yep.
And we're going to be filming a commercial out there for him next week.
Oh, are we good?
We are. We're filming. He loves it. RGS, Foreigners Racing Collectibles, Bowie Trucking, Roseville General Service and Excavating. Don't forget your Arch, the kickoff revival, March 15th at the Legion, Clear Spring.
Clear Spring, yeah.
That's correct. I'm
Big
trying to
Springs
get that
Lane.
because there's going to be people driving to Wilson.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, hey, Mr. Wilson, But anyways, have a good night, a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll check you later.